Start recording. Okay, cool. So I think I'm just going to go through the mythics and then see how it goes from there. Because last one that we did took like 2 hours. I think that's too long. And also it was in Afrikaans. And I think that's, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cool. So Gleaming Splendor. We've already done this one. So I'm just going to quickly say what it is and then move on. So it's a one generic, one white enchantment. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you create a treasure token. And it's got 2 generic, 1 white. 2 target players each draw a card. I think it'll be very good in Commander. So, and other people seem to think so too.
Pretty much. I don't think it'll have any other home, honestly, other than Commander. It's a whenever an opponent, everything that says each or an most likely is more Commander based than Standard. Also, I think in Standard it's too slow. It's just a
current Standard
drop, do nothing. Slow. Unless there's a way to make infinite mana and let someone draw out the entire deck, I don't think it'll make.
Yeah, but I think treasures aren't very popular in Standard at the moment anyway. So it's also not really, unless there's a new treasure deck that pops up somehow. I don't think it's going to see much play in Standard.
Highly unlikely. I don't think anything's going to change.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to move on.
Cool.
You can read this one.
The Queen of Dale, 1 generic, 1 white, legendary creature, human noble. It's a 2/1. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, you recruit. And that is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. I think this is most likely going to be best in Commander, just because there's more people casting spells, so you can draw quite a decent amount of cards. It'll be great in reanimation decks. In Standard, I mean, it's playable. It'll probably be decent. It's a removal check. If they don't remove it, it's just extra hand sculpting for you. And if you already dropping cards into your graveyard, I guess that's super chill.
Yeah, I mean, I want this, but I think it's going to be very expensive, so I doubt I'll get it.
I think it'll be expensive for now, but because most of the cards have multiple printings, it'll probably drop if it's the base printing.
Yeah, this one seems to have only 2 printings that I can see, but I'm not sure. Might have 3, but the third one doesn't have a price, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
Pre-order
price,
I mean.
Yep, okay. I think for now it'll probably be expensive and then drop down to $10, $15 plus minus.
Yeah, well, hopefully, but it'll see. Okay, next card. Cool. So we haven't done this one yet. So Bilbo, Thief in the Night, 1 generic, 1 blue. Spells you cast from it's a legendary creature, halfling rogue, 2/2. And then it says spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 1 less to cast. So it'll make your commander cost 1 less, which is pretty good. Whenever Bilbo attacks, you may cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell from your graveyard. If an instant or sorcery spell cast this way would be put into a graveyard, exile instead. I think it's pretty good just to make commanders cost 1 less, but it's also cool. It has to attack, which is a little bit of a issue. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think currently in Standard, I don't know how the other formats are, but Standard is so heavy on removal, and it's got 2 power. I think anything that has 2 or 3 or less toughness, I would say, is very vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to come down. It's just going to die. So
yeah, but people play Gran in
but it's also a 1-drop.
Yeah, I guess that makes a difference a little bit. Maybe they'll run 1 or 2 in those decks because you can replay some of the
I think it's
spells.
worth trying. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can just cast stuff, and everything that you cast from your graveyard costs 1 less. So
Yeah.
if you just attack with this, it should be fine. I mean, people won't always have removal, and if you're gonna multiple cast things, then that's also chilled.
Also, the artifact doesn't enter with a finality count or anything, so if
Yeah,
it's
you
like a
can recast
recurring
constantly.
thing that you can like sacrifice or something.
Spells you cast from anywhere. When it attacks, you may cast an artifact. Okay, so you can only do 1 a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many 1-cost artifacts as well, so you can just get like a free draw.
I'm not sure if you have to play it immediately. I think you might have to cast it immediately, so it's during combat that you cast it, I think. Before blocking.
Yeah, most likely.
Before blocking.
It's similar to Azula's trigger, where you have to cast it during combat to get the double triggers.
Yes.
I think it's cool. I think it's worth trying to do stuff around it. Also, the big problem is that in standard currently there's a lot of graveyard hate.
Yes.
So yeah, like your graveyard might be empty and you might have nothing in it. So
yeah,
even if you play something, I suppose you'd have to play something in response, hoping that they don't wipe the graveyard so that you have something to play.
Yeah.
I think it's worth trying. In Commander, obviously, it'll just be good.
Yeah, because it'll make your Commander cost less, and also anything that you, I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff that you get to play from exile and stuff.
You can play it in like Rel, the one that already makes things cost like 1 less, like instants and sorceries, I think.
Yeah.
Or non-creature spells. I can't remember what all it makes less. And then
if you have this out,
if you have something that makes you like exile the top card and then you can cast it until your next turn.
Yeah.
All those things will cost less. So it's like it's heavy spell slingery.
Also, anything that has like adventure and warp and stuff like that will cost less, right? So I think in decks like that play that Sphinx might play like 2 copies or something just to make their Sphinxes cheaper. Because they already play Momo.
To play extra things from your graveyard. It'll also help.
Yeah.
All sorts of airbending things will cost only 1.
Yeah. So it could be interesting just for the first line.
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
I think it'll see some form of
play. Like a mana rock.
People will at least try.
That it's almost like those like medallion things that make the color cost less. It's very similar to that, I think.
Yeah. It's just easier to remove.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Yep, go.
Okay.
Yeah. Elrond, Moonreader. 2 generic, 1 blue for a legendary creature elf noble. It's a 3/3. Whenever you activate an ability of a creature, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn, and then it has 5 generic, double blue. Exile up to 2 other target non-land permanents you control. Return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Standard, I don't think this will do anything.
Yeah,
Commander, though, with elves, I don't think you would play this. Yeah, it's mono blue. I don't think you would play this. You would most likely play, is it Thranduil or Galadriel to get access to like 3 different colors.
And you need something that
gives you access to green so that you have all the mana dorks and you can literally just tap, 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 tap. And just
I would want this for my Go-Go deck, maybe. Because it's extra card draw whenever I tap my things for... Well, like I've got the thing that adds mana for abilities, and I have Go-Go, which taps. So it's like just extra card draw for free, basically.
Yeah, I suppose you can also play all those colorless, like mana sync things. The ones where it's like, tap 1 mana to filter into a different color. something like that.
It only triggers with a creature though. So
yeah. But I'm talking about the creatures. Like they're mainly like almost in every set, and it's like a 2 mana 1/3 or 1/2 or something.
Fuck, that would be so weird if people start playing those cards just for this. It'd be weird.
I highly doubt they would. I think they'll literally just chuck this in the 99 of a commander deck. In some elf thing.
Elf deck that taps a lot of mana.
There's also the Lorwyn, is it Mirren or Marin, whatever the fairy
that one.
elf
It does have blue. It's like
Sultai. It's a Sultai commander. So you can have black elves, black fairies.
Yeah, I think it would be good in those if it's a blue elf style deck or anything that has just tappable mana dork type guys that you can tap during other people's turns and stuff.
You also have the option of using the mana that you get from your, I would assume your mana dorks that you tap, just to exile this and then bring it back just so you can draw again.
Yes, I see you can exile him. He can exile himself.
It says other.
Does it say? I didn't see the other. Fuck, okay, never mind. He can't exile himself. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, just use something else to exile him.
Yeah.
So
I think it's interesting. Like, it's the type of card I would usually try and make work, but I don't know. I'll see. I'll have to try it out.
If you build around it, it's going to draw a lot of aggro. Like, once people see you, like, literally drawing an extra card every turn, they're going to be like,
it's basically like, problem. If you can proc it every turn, it's like almost like the Stola card where you can just keep drawing.
Yeah.
Like four cards around or whatever. Okay, cool. Well, I like
That's decent.
I guess we'll see.
So for standard, no. Commander, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, at least I'll try it if it gets cheap. Hopefully it does. I guess we'll see.
I'm sure it will.
Okay, Fateful Discovery. 3 generic and blue. Enchantment. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. Yeah. I'd like this probably in Civitek. I don't know if it's a bit one more, but it will draw me like 5 cards. And then I'll blink it and draw more and blink. It's almost like a chain reaction.
Yeah. Personally, I think that the price will drop drastically. I can't see it staying at $23, but just because it's essentially 5 mana, do nothing. It's like something you have to set up around.
I would only play it in a deck that has a ton of mana already, right? Which is like
it's something that you just don't drop on round 5, because otherwise it's going to be the exact same as Doubling Season, and everyone's going to be like, he must die.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, if you can cheat it in and then have like a big turn where you make a bunch of treasures or something, it could be cool.
Yeah.
I wonder. It is an artifact. Maybe the artifact decks in Standard might try it, but it's 5 mana, so I don't know. They play that.
Everything is so expensive unless you can cheat. They banned the card that cheats in enchantments because of Omniscience.
I mean, Omniscience is still legal, but I don't know.
Is legal. The thing that cheated it in play is not.
So
yeah, sure. This.
Well, it's any artifact, right? So it's tokens. You don't have to cast it. I think it's the first card like this, because the other ones I can think of, they're usually like cast triggers. Or they say like non-token, I think. I'm not sure.
Nah, this thing is cards. This is not playable in Standard.
Yeah, or in most, like, I want one for
60 card formats. Unless you can cheat it out like insanely fast. I don't know the older formats, but I think the cards in those sets are anyway broken. So, like, why the hell would you want to play this?
I wonder why. I wonder if
Commander,
they would play it.
I think Commander, it's also like a lowish bracket thing.
No, but I wonder if
play it for like weird card draw.
I wonder if affinity decks in older sets would play it, right? Because if they can get it out just I don't know, like with rituals or something, and then just start playing a bunch of affinity cards, they'll start drawing cards, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Kind
But
of like cycle.
most of the infinity things are like artifact things are like combo based.
Yeah, so it could be like kind of a
sure, it's
combo-ish
great
type thing.
if you're going to be playing this, but then you can also just play the Vidalcan Archmage or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
even though that's a cost trigger, not a ETB.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's another
something
card I
that
would
you
like
can
to
try.
try out.
I think it'll be good in decks that create a bunch of treasures. So any form of
or clues
academy
or
manufacturer thing will just draw you, for each token that you make will draw you 3 cards. So you'll probably have like some crazy turn where you just draw like 15 cards just because.
Well, that's how I would want to play it in the Tivit.
I think if you're already making a bunch of treasure tokens, you'll probably be able to get this out very fast.
Yeah.
So it's worth a try.
So I would play it
I think
kind
it's
of
just a cool card draw, but I do think it'll draw a lot of aggro once you have it down.
Well, I would play it as almost like a win con, because I would just start drawing my entire deck and then I'll get to my win con and just win.
Yeah, basically.
So. Okay, well,
I think it'll most likely be one of those things where it's like when your setup is already there, you're most likely going to just play this and win on that turn.
Yeah.
Or everyone's going to try and kill you. Or you try and win the next turn after drawing a ton of cards. But yeah, I think...
Yeah, well, I would play it... I would play it after I've played Tivit already. Play this, then blink Tivit to get 5 draws, basically. I think that's how I would play it. I don't know. But I do want it. I think it's cool. If it drops to like $1, that'd be great. Okay, next card.
Golem Riddle Master. 1 generic, 1 black, legendary creature, halfling horror. It's a 3/1. As Golem enters, choose odd or even. 0 is even. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value of the chosen quality, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Put a +1/+1 counter on Golem. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Draw a card. I think this will most likely see a lot of play in Standard, especially with all the Izzet decks. Even if they remove it, you at least draw a card, or you make them lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. There's so many low to the ground reanimation spells in white. So if you play white, you can probably just get this thing back constantly. There's a lot of life gainy black cards from Strixhaven now that makes you bring things back. I think it's Moreo or whatever.
I think it's Moseo Dean of something.
Yeah, so that's one. In Foundations, there is the Rakdos one. Whenever she attacks.
Oh yeah, Alyssa laughs last or something.
Yeah. So I mean, it's as long as you've attacked, you can just bring this thing back because it's a 2 mana based on her power.
I think that'd be quite good actually.
Yeah,
it's like just an aggressive, just an aggro deck, right? Like Rakdos aggro or Orzhov aggro or any just mono black aggro, Golgari aggro.
Even if you blink it out, bring it back, and then the other problem is it's also a heavy hitter.
Yeah,
so like if they literally play a spell with the value, and I mean like you're going to know what your opponent's decks most likely have, so you're going to choose based on that. If they play it, you can either draw a card, you can make them lose the life, or you can just, if they don't remove it, make it a 4/2 and just start smashing them in the face. So it's going to put a ton of pressure. I think this will probably see a decent amount of play. If it's not in the main deck, they'll probably chuck like 1 or 2 in the sideboard just for the Izzets and those style of decks.
I don't know, man, because everyone plays odd or even cards. So it's like, I feel like
so
you'd play 3
can
copies,
hit everything, right?
and then maybe even a 4th one.
But
because you can just, even if you draw another one, you can just play it to reset it, right? So I don't know. I think it's really strong. I don't know about Commander actually. Like I would want one because I have the
Just
food deck
because
with
it's
Frodo
Gollum.
and Sam or whatever.
Yeah.
And I would just play the Gollum. I like Gollum as a character.
Well, the cool thing is that if you choose, I suppose in Commander you'll most likely choose even, because of all the mana rocks and things that people play.
I guess it depends on what turn you play it on.
Yeah, I suppose you'll just base it off whatever people's like commanders are as well. If you know they're going to be playing
that's
the
another
commanders,
thing you can do.
you just be like, oh, okay, cool, let's go for that. But I mean, in one turn cycle, you can essentially do all of them and just start hitting people.
And if you play it like a blink deck or something, you could just reset it constantly, get kind of free value.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would ever play it as your commander though.
Mono black, I feel like there's better things you can do.
Yeah. Maybe just like Gollum.
yeah, I suppose people will build around it or try.
Because you get 3... I don't actually know, because I don't know if anybody plays... There was a Zuko that does kind of a similar...
where people gain control of him.
But then swaps control. I don't like that. But it's very similar kind of choose one that hasn't been chosen yet type of things.
Yep.
So let's see. But usually choosing odd or even type cards are quite strong. Like Talion is really strong. I think it's called Talion, the fairy. I mean, he keeps recurring though. It's not just once, but still, it's a strong card.
Vastly better.
Yeah.
But it's also 2 colors, so gives you more things.
Yes, if you play him as your commander, it can be very good. But
yep, I think this could be an interesting standard thing. I'd like to see how people build around it.
Yeah, and I mean there are kind of aggro. There has been kind of aggro black decks like in standard for a while. There was a skeleton one. I think people are still playing it. I don't know how popular it is. Maybe this will revive it a bit.
Again.
So yeah, cool. Well, I think it's weird that it's not really a commander card as much as everything else has been. More standard.
Yeah, but I think just because it sort of replaces itself and you can just get it back with so many things, and I think it's pretty good, especially with the Age of Eternities and what is it Ixalan? The one with the white mana 1 cost, where it just returns a 3 or less drop to play. You can do that.
The resurrection type stuff, yeah.
There's a lot of mono black 1 cost things which says that if the creature is gonna die, return it back to the battlefield.
Yes, the undying type effects.
Yeah, you can literally play with those things as well. You sort of build a lot around this.
Yeah, I think maybe it'll make a fucking deck by itself, right? Like they would just be a Gollum aggro deck.
Interesting thing is you can probably play mono black.
Gollum tempo.
Like aggro. There is so many really, really strong black cards currently.
You can also just bounce into your hand with... There's a bunch of... Like you could play... I mean, there's a bunch of just self-bounce type cards, right? That you can run. You can even play like a Esper one, because there's that enchantment creature, the 2/3 that bounces something, and there's a bunch of like the fairies and stuff. So I think it could be really good.
Yeah, I suppose you can play it with the Eagles are coming as well.
yeah.
Just to get a 4/4 for fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it will be, but
I think it might be a pretty good deck if it I don't know.
I think
or it will
a
just
lot of people are going to be
archetype.
after this card because someone is most likely going to find that it's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's going to spike a little bit for a while.
Yeah, because like if you play it on round 2, and then like, let's say you go second, right? So it'll be your opponent's third turn. So you play it and you choose, I don't know, I guess you could choose odd. or even depending on what you think the removal is, if they want to remove it immediately or anything like that.
Yep.
If they remove it immediately, it'll kind of like throw them off their tempo, because they'll be behind a bit, because they didn't play their 3-drop or whatever. They don't have to remove it immediately, but it trades up most of the time, I think.
Yeah.
So
it will probably.
So they're going to take 4 damage if they don't remove it. Like, let's say they play their 3-drop, right? And it's like a whatever 2-3 or a 2-4 or something like that.
Yep.
So I think it could be decent. Like, I don't know. I think it's just an interesting card. I think everyone's going to play it or want to try it.
The other thing that's nice is also the fact that it doesn't just trigger once a turn. So if they play multiple of the value, you can get decent value out of it as well. And it's a 2-mana card. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of really strong 2-mana cards in Standard, but maybe this could be another one.
Yeah, I think people will definitely play it in Standard. It's gonna be weird if it's the only fucking card you see being played from the set in Standard or something.
I think Queen of Dale will also pop up.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a lot better in Commander, whereas this seems like an actual Standard card. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Okay, next card. I don't know who read. Did you read Golem?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
Inside information, X generic and black. Sorcery. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play those cards this turn. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. It seems very strong, like just in general, but you would need a lot of mana. But even in Standard, like imagine like you get like a weird Badger Mole Cub deck that just suddenly plays this as like like a weird win con or something. But then they would have to gain life, so I don't actually know. Maybe Life Gain will just play it. The Life Gain decks. But it's weird.
It's been popping up.
Maybe it is just a Commander card.
I don't think so. Because you can do it in both. I think it's a decent sideboard card that you can run in black.
Yeah.
Because let's say,
it's like a mirror style card.
If you can do it at like 4 mana. So I know it's only 2 cards, but you might pull 2 insane bombs. So
yeah, maybe.
If it is a land, it sucks a bit.
Maybe if you play cards that you put stuff on top of the deck, right?
I mean, you can steal a land, right?
You may play those cards. Yeah, you can.
So you can take a land and you can play whatever card. So
you can play a land and cast a spell still.
It's like a gamble. You don't know what you get. If you're super lucky, awesome, go wild. But the nice thing is that majority of Standard decks are super low curve, except for like the control deck. So you can just pull the most insane thing. The other thing is that if they scry or surveil and they leave the cards at top, you can be like, okay, the odds are that it's either a land if they're behind, or it's going to be some great card that they really need.
Yeah, there was another card that was a Demir card that had flashback, where you look at someone's top 2 cards, I think, and you can take one. That's for play. So maybe this will see play.
Yeah, I'm sure people will literally give this a chance.
There's definitely like a control style card.
If as long as you're playing against like aggro-y style deck, you can get decent stuff. But there's that chance that, let's say you only use 4 mana to cast this thing.
Yeah,
you'll be like, that sucks, because you might get nothing.
No, but the thing is, there is already a. It's more like a chess guy deck, I think. I'm not sure if they play black, but I'm thinking if they add black, there's already like a big. Oh no, man, they do play black because they play that Paradigm card, the black one. That's like a Whisper. What is it? Knight's Whisper, similar to that, or whatever the other card's called.
Yeah.
The 2 black one that does the same thing. Can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you need. The draw 2, lose 2.
Yeah, draw 2, lose 2. But there's a Paradigm one,
or whatever the hell it's called.
I think it's called Paradigm. I'm not sure if that's the ability, but they already play that card. They might have. They could change that card to this card instead. Maybe. I guess it wouldn't cycle the whole time. But let's say for 5 mana, they get to play up maybe 3 cards for free. Kind of. They pay life or whatever. Yeah. It might be better than that card, right?
You can also, as long as you don't just absolutely murder yourself, you can also play it with Bilbo. You attack, you cast it from your graveyard, your X will be 1 less, and you'll be able to cast this thing. So if you can gain a decent amount of life, you can just keep on casting and casting this thing over and over.
Bilbo will reduce the life cost. Probably not.
Life goes to its mana value. Probably not.
I don't know if it'll work like that, actually. No. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't know. I think it seems cool.
I do think, Commander, it'll probably be way better just because of the amount of life that you start with. And also, you can get a ton of fast mana out.
Yes.
Rituals and things as well, so you can just go whack one guy and you can...
Yeah.
It's essentially like a weird Bolus Citadel for like one person. So you target the guy that you most likely think has the best amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Just go from there.
And you could also play weird shit like Scheming Symmetry or whatever. You search for this, and then the other guy searches for something, and then you just play this. Steal his whatever
if you can
the thing he played.
Things as instance as well. You wait for them to like Vampiric Tutor or something to the top. Especially the green ones where they usually put the cards on top, and then that's your next card you're gonna draw. And you know exactly what they're getting, and you'll be like, "Wow, I want that!" Instant.
Yeah, I was thinking
3 mana.
Because you could also play those bounce cards that put stuff on top of their deck instead. Or counter, like Memory Lapse. That's another card that will put the card on top, and then you can kind of play it. But you'll have to wait a turn, I guess, unless it was an instant or something. I think it seems cool. I thought, when I saw it originally, I thought it was kind of like, I think it's called Bribery, which is from the Murders of Karlov Manor set, which is a similar thing, but you still have to pay the mana, I think, for the cost. But because you could pay life, I think this is way better. So,
I think it's worth a try.
I mean, I would like to try this card as well, but who knows?
Commander, I think it'll just be a good thing. Standard, I think it's with the speed of it, I think it's a little bit worse.
I wonder if it's worse than or better than Breach the Multiverse. Because this is any cards, so but it's only one
target one
opponent. So if you know, like I'm thinking, if you know the decks that you're playing against, then this might be better because you can target the guy that has the biggest, like the bombs and shit in his deck.
Yep.
+1/+1 counter synergy style garbage or whatever. I don't know, maybe even some combos. Like maybe you can steal someone's like 2-card combo card or whatever crap.
Yeah, it'll most likely happen at some point, but in general, it'll probably... I wonder if it'll be like a... CDH has too many like counter spells and things, and people... I mean, sometimes you just fire your thing off and there it goes.
It is also exile the top cards, so it's almost like a mole. It's almost like a mole card.
Yeah, you get rid of their stuff.
So
they
you
don't get
could
it
mull,
back.
if you have like a ton of mana, you could, in theory, mull someone out. Do they get it back?
No.
Yeah, they don't get it back.
Mm-mm.
So you could exile someone's entire library if you have like a ton of mana, like infinite mana or whatever.
And if you, it's something that you can try.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably be played in Commander. I can't see that people are gonna jam pack this.
I feel like it'd be
Standard.
crazy if you have infinite life, infinite mana, you drain the guy's entire deck, and you play his entire deck for free, and then he dies in his turn.
Win with his combo or whatever. Yeah.
No, but then you lose all the stuff once he
in Standard.
dies, so I don't know.
I would probably just jam it in like a 1 of or 2 of in the sideboard, and
like,
if you play against someone with like a low, with like a low curve, you might get to pull like 3 or 4 cards.
Yeah,
it could be quite cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it seems interesting at least.
Yep.
Okay, moving on.
Cool. Gandalf, Goblin's Bane, 2 generic, 1 red, legendary creature, avatar, wizard. It is a 2/3, and it says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Gandalf gets +1/+1 until end of turn and deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so it's like a souped-up prowess and pinger. Then it also has an adventure side for 1 generic, 1 color. 1 colorless, 1 red. Sorcery at adventure. Look at the top 2 cards of your library and exile them face down. As long as they remain exiled, you may play them if you control a wizard. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you adventure round 2, round 3, play Gandalf, round 4 or whatever, you can play the cards, or depending on how you play the stuff. I think I think it's pretty decent. I think it'll take the spot of a lot of, it just slots into Spellslinger decks because it's literally 2 cards on one thing.
I feel like people might try it in Standard as well, because it is kind of draw 2 with that flame shape, and even because you can play 4 of them, right? Because even though it's legendary, you can kind of still play the adventure mode, and then if they die, you just play the other one or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe, I guess people would only play it like 3, maybe.
Yeah, 2
I mean, it's definitely good in any wizard deck. Spellslinger style deck.
In any form of Spellslinger thing that you're trying to do will most likely work.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to try. I suppose you can slot it into like burn, mono red burn as well.
Yeah. And I mean, there are still burn decks
it has
that you see in Standard.
So you ping and it gets bigger, and then you can smash. So
yeah, I might try. I did try to play like a mono red burn on Arena for a bit with Hidosuku's second right or whatever. It's a bit of a meme, but I mean, it is more of a commander card because it says the each opponent thing again.
Yeah. It'll just slot into a wizard and Spellslinger style deck. I mean, I would probably rather play this than play Gutter Snipe with a Kuja style thing.
Yeah. No, it's definitely better than Gutter Snipe, I think.
Just because you get the extra thing, and it says
you can also attack.
The nice thing about the flame shape is that it says there, if you control a wizard, you can play those cards.
Yes.
So you have constant wizards.
Yeah, and the Kuja deck,
even if this dies, it's fine. You will still be able to play those cards eventually.
Yeah.
So I think this is very nice. I think it'll be able to slot into a lot of different decks.
Yeah. In probably all the formats, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if 3 mana is too slow for Standard, but maybe not. I don't know. I think if it's like a control deck, it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty good. because it is
the
the card draw
problem
and
is with standard that I don't like is that you're gonna pay 3 mana for a 2/3 that just comes down and does nothing. Doesn't alter or like the board, it doesn't affect anything until you start casting the spells. So it's gonna come down, someone's gonna kill it. And then so I don't know. Maybe just because of the look at the 2 cards. Exile them face down. But you need a wizard in play. So if they just keep on killing all your little things. I don't know if the Storm Chaser's talent makes otter wizards or if it's just an otter. But I mean, they've got slingshots.
They have prowess, right? They might be wizards.
Yeah. Well, if that is the case, I think this might slot into the Izzet deck.
Yeah.
Just as like you get
maybe.
extra 2 cards that for 2 mana you technically like draw 2 cards as long as you have the otters are wizards, then
what's nice about the flame shape, it might be better than that other 2 mana thing that they play that draws 2 cards if you have a sorcery and an instant in their graveyard, because this you don't need that. You just, but it's just red. That one's blue. And this comes with a body like that you can play late game as well, which is cool. So I feel like it might actually see standard play in the Izzet deck specifically. And maybe even just in the control decks, right?
Yeah.
Jeskai style control decks or anything that plays red, big red. Don't know how good it will be, but I think in Izzet specifically it will probably be quite good.
Fortunately, the otter is just an otter.
Okay. What else do they play in that deck? Don't they play any wizards?
What about the slingshot show-off is a wizard.
Oh, well, there you go.
And
that helps. So in that version, it might be pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's so tough to know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I mean, if they play like all the pump spells and shit, and fling and all that stuff, they do want to dig through their deck, right? So it could be pretty good. And also, the show off can be 0 mana, so that makes it even better, right?
Yep. Other nice thing, I suppose, is that it has 3 toughness. So if it does survive removal, you can play Pyroclasm and it will still survive. It might kill off everything else.
Yeah, I guess.
You can even play the deal 3 to everything,
it also gets
+1/+1. So
that could be quite interesting actually, because you can even play the Vivi's thing that deals 3 to everything, right? Or actually, what's the other thing, that the new thing, Avengers Disassemble? You can play that and Gandalf won't die because you'll turn into a 3/4. So I mean, that's kind of interesting. You can play it like with this weird, like almost like board wipe tribal red deck.
Yeah, I think that'll work quite decent.
Yeah.
The Jeskai decks might also play it just because
the control
they like control the hell out of you, and then they're like, well, I guess I guess I'll now just start pinging you off and hitting you with this 2/3.
Yeah. Keen to see. So I want to try it out in standard on Arena.
I definitely give it a shot.
Yeah. Okay. Did I read? No, you read Gandalf. Okay, Smaug the Magnificent. So it's 2 mana. No, not 2 mana. 2 generic red, 4/3 legendary dragon, flying in haste. And it says, whenever Smaug attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of treasures you control to any target. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you create a treasure token. I think it's very good in Commander or any treasure deck. But I think it might be a bit slow for Standard. I don't know. Because they are better dragons.
Yeah, standard issue is there's too many things that deal 3 damage. So it's
that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the toughness is too low. It does have haste, which is cool, so you can swing into, like, if they've tapped out or anything like that. So maybe in a dragon deck it would be pretty good. I don't know how good it would be, but if you can get a lot of treasures, I don't know. I think maybe you can make it work somehow. In standard, I mean. In Commander, definitely you'll be able to just throw it in any treasure deck and it'll be good, right? Because how many treasures do you need to make the trigger good? Like maybe like 3 to kill a 3 toughness thing.
In Commander, you're probably just gonna be able to chuck every possible thing together that gives you a ton of treasures, and you can start doing fancy things. Whereas in Standard, I don't think there's a lot of things that make treasure tokens.
There might be, but it's not very popular at the moment.
But it's like, it's such a setup. If you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make a treasure, another treasure, another treasure, by the time you get to whatever treasure count you want to be, you're probably gonna be dead.
I think.
So I think there's better stuff that you can play out. And if you look at the dragons that are currently there, there's the one that destroys a land. There's the warp one. So it's like,
the warp one is.
Are you honestly going to have enough
4/5?
That's just I don't think this is going to be.
So I think the warp one is better, just as in general, because it has haste as well, and it deals 1 damage to a creature when it enters. At the beginning of your upkeep thing, that's a bit slow, because it'll probably not get to that point usually. I
think the 3 toughness is a stuff up. If it was swapped around and it was a 3/4, at least then it would have been chilled. If it was a 4/4, it would have been even better. But now you end up having 3 toughness. So Elspeth's Smite, which is in Foundations, can just kill this and exile it. Like, whoop-de-doo, you just attacked for nothing. And the person, I think, gains life.
If it was a 5/4, it would have been really good.
Yeah, but then you start buffing it a bit too much. So
that's the thing.
It's just sad because it's like Smaug is supposed to be this like overpowered dragon, and it has 3 like.
Well, I mean, people seem to be wanting it because it's $60 almost for the pre-sale or whatever. $200 for whatever the other version is.
Yeah, but I think that's just more a Commander thing, because I mean, like, if you're gonna be playing with dwarves, with I mean, both Magdas are doing this. This also
it would be good in the Magda deck.
This triggers with the alternate Magna as well, because you're committing a crime by targeting stuff.
Yes.
So you just get more and more treasures.
Yes, I would play it in both Magda decks probably. I like the Scorpion Dragon Magda. I tried to play it in Standard but it was a bit clunky though. It's too slow. But
I don't think this is going to be a standard thing unless they start printing an insane amount of early drop treasure makers.
But it would be very good in Commander. I don't know if there's older formats. I mean, it's going to be good in Limited probably, right?
Limited will be chill.
It'll be like
because no one's going to expect a 4-mana 4/3 flying haste creature.
Yeah, and kill a 1 toughness
coming out of nowhere. And it also, if they don't deal with it immediately, it's gonna just spiral out of control.
Yes, it does.
It's just a bomb on its own.
Bit bigger.
It's making treasures. It's dealing damage to any target. I mean, it's something that's going to cause a lot of problems. If you have this and you open it in your pre-release, you're probably gonna try and build around it, or at least splash it in.
Yes, exactly. I definitely think it's going to be good in like sealed and limited and stuff.
Yeah,
and Commander obviously.
Definitely. Cool. Yeah, Commander, it'll be great. In limited, it's also going to be excellent.
Yeah.
And evasion on its own is great, and just having a 4-mana smash to the face 4 damage.
Yeah.
If you don't run a lot of removal, which usually isn't the case, you're going to have a really bad time.
I wonder.
Unless you're the one owning the card, then you're gonna have a great time.
No, I wonder if it would be decent against the the Earthbend style decks, right? Because you can ping their lands, and they don't really play. They don't really play interaction usually. So I wonder if you play the Warp Dragon and this, and let's say you play Sarkhan or whatever that makes a treasure as well, then it's 2 damage. Then you can kill the Badger Mole Cub, right? So maybe it could be good against those decks, but I'm not sure. I'd have to see it. I have to try it out, I think. I mean, maybe I'll try it in standard and see. Like, just have like a weird dragon deck with haste. All of them will have haste.
if they release a 1-mana dragon or a 1-mana changeling, or both, it would allow you to turn on the Mox Jasper, which might speed up your deck like drastically. Then I think it would become quite an interesting
What is the cheapest changeling?
Cheapest changeling and dragon, I think, is 2. I don't know about dragon. Maybe it's
3
also
actually,
2, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, people do play that mana rock, the 3-mana mana rock. That's all creature types. That's quite popular to turn on the room, the demon. Unholy Annex.
Yeah. I think Smog. Maybe. I suppose it can also kill the little Izzet otters and stuff. But again, I think Izzet will just remove it. They've got so many like removal spells.
It's only when you attack.
If it's not getting countered, it's gonna get like burnt. Black also just kills it with almost everything that's around.
I guess it depends on the meta, right? If the meta slows down, I think it will be worse. Maybe the current, so it will be really bad against control decks, but it might be good against like more aggro decks.
I don't even think it's gonna help against the landfall decks, because it's like they have like 100 mana on round 3. So they're gonna get out the Ouroboros, either if they're gonna play it from their hand, or they're gonna use the tutor that just puts it into play, and then they super chilled. So I honestly don't think Smog is gonna do anything. Like, people will probably try and make it work, and it's just
I'll try it.
Great.
Maybe I'll make like a weird mixed dragon burn deck or something. See if it works.
I think if the format was still very slow and Goldspan Dragon was in the format.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about Goldspan Dragon. Like, if it was printed in that time, it might have been a lot better, because there was a lot of treasure synergy with those sets, the D&D set and the Kaldheim.
Yep.
But not at the moment.
I think at the moment there's just not enough treasure synergy in standard for this to be a thing. Maybe in older formats like Pioneer and
I mean, if there's a treasure deck, I think it would be good in any treasure deck. So cool. Okay.
Yep. Thorin, Mountain King, 3 generic, 1 red. It's a legendary creature, Dwarf Noble. It has Trample. It's a 3/4. It says, when Thorin enters, attach any number of target equipment you control to target creature you control. When 1 or more equipment become attached to that creature this way, that creature deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature.
I'm not a big fan of equipment, so I don't think it's good, but who knows?
Because I'm also not a big fan.
You can just kill the target, right? And then nothing happens.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And it doesn't say when he enters or attacks.
Yeah, exactly. If you said attacks as well, it might be better. But I think because it's just an enters trigger, at least I can't see it. It seems too easy to interrupt or whatever.
Yeah, there's just too many things. I think equipment still have a lot of issues.
I don't know why it's $30 pre-sale price. Seems weird. Maybe because it's a mythic.
Yeah, but all these things are going to drop like drastically.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like $1 maybe.
Even when you look at what was it? The Lorwyn prices, when it just got like released, everyone said like, "Oh, these things are insanely broken." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I think it was Emptiness was like $10+ or something, and now it's like I don't even think it's $1 or it's $1.
More. It was I think it was like $15 or something stupid.
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at most of those things, everyone thinks that these things are insanely broken and sought after, and then it's just like, nope, no one wants it, no one plays with it. It just
this one to
into
me is
one
so
very
far,
narrow deck.
Yeah,
I've just seen too many people try and build like equipment decks, and it just never works. In Commander, sure, maybe because it's you've got access to a lot of like fancy equipment synergy throughout all the sets, but just Standard seems so like 4 mana, 3/4 trample, essentially do nothing. And I mean, like if you play Standard and it's not best of one, like they're gonna know that what you're trying to do is play out Thorin and then catch like some equipment, and then they're just gonna wait for it. The other thing I would rather do is play with, is it Radahn? Some Final Fantasy 2 drop. When he attacks, you can attach in the equipment, and he's got ward equal to his pay life equal to his power. Like I would much rather play with that.
A better card. Yeah, I would also much rather play that.
I mean, it'll probably also die, but at least it has the ward. They must pay life, so it's like it punishes them. So you can do some fancy things.
I think the other issue I have with this is that it only deals damage to a creature, which is weird. Like, if it was more like a fling, I think it would also be better. Even if it is kind of clunky, it would just feel more like a win con or something you can kind of do.
Yep.
But
this is most likely just high in price because it's Thorin.
I wouldn't, yeah.
So it's like probably going to be like a weird little collector item for people just to have to collect all the dwarves. It's going to see play in some weird dwarf deck that people are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm playing the people on their way to the Misty Mountains. So I think that's all.
It just feels a bit clunky. I don't know. It's not for me.
I don't think this is.
I would skip it. I wouldn't even play it in my Commander deck, honestly. I would try to find a different Thorin if I really needed Thorin.
Yeah. I think there's a Commander.
I think there's a rare one as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a Burrows one.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go next.
Yep.
I would skip this, honestly, but that's my opinion. Cool. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Bjorn the Fierce. It's a 3 generic, 2 green, legendary creature, bear, shapeshifter, warrior. It's a 6/6 with trample. Other bears you control get +2/+2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a trample counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Becomes a bear in addition to its other types. Then, if you control 3 or more bears, draw 2 cards. Seems pretty boosted. Like, just seems good, right? It makes things bears. It draws cards. It makes bears bigger. So
it also gives your things trample.
Yeah, it seems very strong. It just seems strong in all. Well, maybe not in standard, but or 6 like Commander, limited, sealed, whatever. It's like a bomb style card, right?
Yeah, it's just a bomb.
Honestly, even in standard, you could probably just play this and give
if you want to give stuff trample. Sure.
Yeah, like you could play like them in. I don't know. I think it just seems like a strong card.
It's going to be like one of those things that people try and do, but I don't think it's going to do much.
I don't know if it's like a win more card in standard. I think if you play it in the go wide decks, right, the ones that play like the rabbits with the +1 counters and when you target them, or the things that say whenever you play like a 4-power thing, or you draw cards, or they can't be countered, or there's like a bunch of shit like that, right? In those decks, it might be pretty good because this is the beginning of combat, so immediately it'll give one of your things trample and +2/+2. And then if you have 3 or more bears, you'll also draw 2 cards. So you'll have 2 bears immediately. If you play any sort of changeling in that deck or whatever, or let's say you play another bear, you'll draw 2 cards as well. So it could come down and basically read, give a creature +2/+2, trample, and draw 2 cards. For 5 mana. I think it's
a 5 mana 6/6 gets destroyed instantly and does nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, it's awesome. You tap 5 mana and do nothing. Great.
Yes.
Thanks.
But if it doesn't die, it's snowbally.
It's literally, it's a limited bomb. If you open it, you literally can just slot it into anything. You don't even have to have a bunch of bears because you're gonna make bears with this. You're gonna steamroll the person if they literally can't deal with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that this is just another crazy bomb that you can open for limited, and then you can do a mono green commander deck if you want. There's also other random legendary bears that have multiple colors, so you can go wild and do that.
I feel like you could just play this in any green deck though, because it draws cards.
Yeah, sure.
Gives things trample, which is usually the problem.
Any green deck.
Yeah. I think it's just a good, almost like a staple, maybe. I don't know if it's a staple, but
it's probably not a staple, but it's just something that can come down. If you're playing with tribal stuff, you're most likely playing with changelings.
Yes.
So that already will count towards like 2, and then if you just put a counter on the 3rd thing, then you'll instantly draw 2 cards.
I think all of those +1/+1 counter style decks, they should play this card because it will give them trample, which usually seems to be the fucking issue they have.
Yeah, I think so.
And they're always green.
So, I think literally you can just, like you said, it's just you can slot this into any green.
Well, it has to be a combat themed
standard,
mostly.
Not a
like if you don't play.
Well, you're gonna be playing creatures regardless. I don't know what green does other than creature stuff. So even if you just have little mana dorks, you can still play this out and make them a little bit bigger. Even if you don't attack it, you're gonna be drawing cards, and you can attack with other stuff when you put it out.
Yeah.
So I think just the rate on its own, it's a 5 mana 6/6 with trample, and it's a lord, and it's like one of those cards where it's like, well, we are just gonna put everything on this one card.
It is literally like a questing beast.
Have at it. Yep. So, and I mean, like you get the commander bear that makes all your bears like everyone's creatures 2/2 bears or whatever.
Yes.
So your bears will be huge.
Yes.
And you'll be drawing cards. So it's pretty good.
I'm surprised it doesn't have ward. Like ward 2 or ward 3. I think they've stopped printing ward 3 things, but who knows? Yeah, I think it's a good card. Like, guess we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, next.
Okay. Dancing from Dark to Dawn. 3 generic, 2 green enchantment. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is that spell's mana value. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 green bear creature token. Oh, I guess there's another thing. It just slots in.
Yeah.
So play the bear, play a fetch land. Bam, bam. Lots of bears.
Yeah. It seems
think this is also just something that's fun. Because it makes your creatures massive based on your. Because I mean, you're going to be casting creature spells.
Yeah, it's very snowbally.
The only problem
is slow, but I guess it's in a ramp color.
Yeah, I think the issue is that you better play a land before you cast your creature spell, because if you have no creatures, you're not gonna have anything to target.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm thinking if you, yeah, actually, I don't know. It just seems good, but it does. I think it feels more like a commander card.
Yeah, it's a commander and a limited.
Like I don't know if the landfall decks would play this. Maybe one.
In all honesty, I would rather play the one that makes 3/4 tree folk.
Yeah, that seems fucking. That card's so stupid.
Just because it has affinity for forests, so if you just mono green, you just go forest. Oh look, I've got enchantment on, and they can't deal with it. You just keep on.
No, I've lost against that garbage multiple times on Arena. It's fucking shit.
Great card, and very cheap.
Yeah. I haven't looked at the price, but it's just frustrating to play against.
Last time I checked, I think it was like $1 or less.
Well, I wonder if it'll snowball if it gets popular.
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many weird cards that should see play, but it just doesn't. Just because
too many cards
is based on the very, very snowbally.
I think people just forget that some stuff exists, right? Because I saw what's the name? Ash Lizzle or whatever. She played a deck with Myojin of
the black one. Night Reach.
Yeah. And I also thought that Superior Spider-Man could play with the Myojins because it's a cost trigger.
Yeah, it'll still get the divinity counter.
Yeah, and it's like it's literally just like, discard your hand, get fucked. Because all these decks in standard draw so many cards.
Very rough.
So I think people just don't know what's in standard because there's just too many cards. Because that was
the problem is most cards run things like Ghost Vacuum, and so as you play your Spider-Man, you just
people still play them, right? So they must be good enough to even beat the Graveyard Hate or whatever. Because they're very popular meta decks. I don't know if they're like the top decks, but they are strong when you play against them. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. Dancing from Dark to Dawn does seem decent in Commander.
Yeah, unlimited.
Okay, Bard, King of Dale. So 4 generic, white blue. It's Azorius. Okay, legendary creature, human, noble, archer, 3/5 with reach and vigilance. If you would draw a card except the first one you draw each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Okay. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. I mean, it seems very boosted in Commander. I don't know if you would play it in any other format.
Literally all it's going to be.
I mean, it's basically like, we heard you like drawing cards. We heard you like doubling tokens.
Yeah, I think that's literally all. It's going to slot into those type of things, and that's that.
I mean, it is expensive to play, so I wouldn't play it in every like draw cards and double tokens. You do need to make a lot of mana, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I would play it in the Tivitec, but I don't think I would play it in, I don't know.
Look, in Tivit it's great because it'll then make people start thinking, wait, maybe we shouldn't give you clues tokens because you're going to be drawing 2 cards for 2 mana.
Yes.
So they might just give treasures instead, which is both equally bad if this thing is out.
Yeah, exactly.
So Tivit, great. But I think generically, Commander is also getting very fast. So 6 mana, 3/5, do nothing.
That's the problem I have with this. That's what I'm saying. You would need to play it in some sort of heavy ramp style deck, or if you can cheat it out somehow.
I mean, you can be like.
I think this would
like trashy and you don't care about losing friends, you can play it in Great Augustine, whatever the thing is.
Yes.
Because it's both the colors, so it'll just be a 4-mana 3/5.
Yes, yes. That would be pretty good.
So there's that. You can probably do that.
But I don't
I mean,
know
there's
if
also
that deck,
King
what?
T'Challa that also does a thing when people draw cards, I think, and then you also draw
I don't
cards.
know.
It's like a weird version of Fairy Mastermind.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and that's only, I think, like 3 mana. So, yeah, I think this will just see Commander play. I don't think this is 6 mana for a 3/5 is just too slow. I mean,
well, I think
people rather play the warp.
Might drop because
swings.
I think 6 mana is too much for a basically 3/5 with it does nothing with enters, right? And if you play it as your commander and build around it, it might be pretty good, but I think it will be very slow. So it might be better than the 99, but I think the price is going to drop. I don't think it's going to be as expensive as it is at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I think it's too slow.
This will drop heavily. This is just not worth
it. I feel like there's so many cards that double things now that I don't know if this is the best one, right? I feel like there's a lot better ones.
I think it's the fact that it has the double.
Both, yeah, it has both.
The double text where it's the draw and the double.
Yeah.
Which makes it a bit better, but I still think it's not gonna. It's just gonna slot into very low.
Yeah. Like, well, if it gets cheap, I'll try to get one and I'll put it into it.
I think it'll. I think it'll most likely get to like $10 and hover around there.
Oh, you know what? It might actually be good in the Rafine deck as well because I could resurrect it. Like I think if it's a graveyard.
Also going, doesn't it just trigger with the connive as well?
Yeah, so you'll draw twice as many connive cards, but only discard. So I think in that deck I might actually play it as well.
Yeah,
because I'll resurrect it with like whatever res cards I have.
And it'll also help with the fact that if you use Myriad or Mobilize type stuff, it'll also make more tokens.
Yeah, I mean, I play a bunch of token generators in that deck already, so it will be quite strong in that. I think might play that. Yeah, I might even play it rather in that than Tobit, honestly. I'll see. Hopefully it drops in price. Otherwise, I'm not going to pay like fucking $10 for this. I think it's more like a $2 card, in my opinion. Maybe $5.
Yeah, probably about $5.
I don't know. People really like doublers, so maybe it'll fucking be like $30 or something.
I think the fact that it does the draw and the doubler is probably going to leave it around $10.
Yeah, I'll see.
Anyway.
I don't know if I want to pay $10 for it, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The Arkenstone. 5 generic legendary artifact. It says creatures you control get +1/+1 at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card, and then it has an adventure side. Seek the Heart. It's 2 generic, 1 white sorcery adventure. Search your library for a legendary creature card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle.
I don't know. It seems weak.
This is just a commander card.
But even in commander, it seems a bit. Maybe because it's 2 cards.
It's good because it also. I think it's decent because it's a tutor. You have a ton of what you name it's already. You playing commander, so there's just legends galore in your deck.
Yeah.
It's an anthem effect, which you probably don't care about too much unless you go wide. The great thing is at the beginning of your end step, draw a card.
But I don't know.
But is it worth 5 mana?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like it's like a 3 because that's just exactly the same as like the Phyrexian Arena style effects, and they're all 3 mana, right?
So but it also anthems.
Yeah.
So it tutors, it anthems. It's so tough to say. I think this will have a home in Commander. just because it has the legendary tutor.
Yeah, I guess because it's two
It's great
cards.
for the tutor, and then you just have a random thing. If you have nothing to do with your 5 mana, you play this out, and then you draw an extra card.
I mean, the way if you really want a tutor, because it's a 3 mana tutor as well, so there's better tutors.
True, but this is like a multiple in one.
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. You're playing it more as like a weird value card. Like if you have nothing else to play, you just kind of play the adventure, the artifact mode or whatever from Exile. So yeah,
that's literally all it is.
I don't
it's
know
just gonna
I feel
hover
like
in
it doesn't
Exile.
feel like a rare card. It doesn't feel like a mythic, in my opinion. Honestly,
just because of the name. It's the Arkenstone, so it has to be mythic.
Yeah. Well, compare this to the End Stone, which is another stone from Edge of Eternities. I feel like that card seems fucking boosted. Like that's the stone I would want. That's mythic.
Because I think that's a 6 mana. Your life total goes back.
I think it's 7
to
mana.
Like half or something. Is it 7 mana? Yeah. So your life total goes back to half of the starting.
Yes.
Like every end
so it's
step.
20 constantly.
Every time you play anything, you draw a card.
Yeah, it's a land, and I think if you cast spells, you draw a card. That seems like way better. Well,
I think this is going to be one of those things where it's like,
I think it's just the rarity feels weird.
Really build your deck around a specific legend that you constantly wanted.
Yeah.
And then also, if you're going to do like, I want to really do a thematic Hobbit dwarf deck.
It just feels weird that it's mythic. Like, I mean, obviously we could, but it just feels underpowered as a mythic, in my opinion. Like it's the same as like the Thorin or whatever. That also feels more like a rare to me. The one that equips all the artifacts or whatever, equipments. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't play this honestly.
This is something that you can probably run it in your. I suppose you can run it in limited just for the extra card draw and the small anthem. And I suppose you'll probably have some sort of legend if you want to play it. But I mean,
maybe in limited it would be decent.
I just feel like if on round 3 look, if you've got amazing 4-drops, 5-drop like legends, then awesome. Then you're gonna search for that thing and you're gonna make sure you get it, because I mean, if you do it on round 3 to search for Smog, to play Smog out round 4, great.
Yeah, but they're both mythic, so it's like
the odds of you getting it's highly unlikely.
Like getting them is so low.
But it's always the chance, right? So
yeah, I guess, but it just feels like a weird design choice. Anyway.
I think it's going to be a little. See some play in Commander. It's going to see some play in Limited.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to see play in anything else, honestly.
I don't. I probably wouldn't play it unless it's like a bracket 1 Hobbit only deck or some shit.
Yeah, unless you. I suppose. I mean, I was gonna say in like legacy style decks where you search for the fantastic car because it's a legendary. That's not a legendary creature.
It's not a creature. Is it not a vehicle? I don't know if it counts as a creature.
Yeah,
Does vehicles count as creatures?
Not work.
Aren't they artifacts?
No, it's just a what you name it then, right?
I think it's an artifact vehicle. I don't think it's a creature unless you accrue it. But I feel like they could tutor it in other ways. They have like demonic tutor.
Yeah, they've got every single tutor. There's no. I mean, you're probably just gonna tinker it out at this stage.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this thing is gonna see.
Nah, honestly, I think this is trash. It's not gonna see any play.
Yeah. Shame. I think it's just underpowered. Powered as a mythic. It just feels more like a. Honestly, it feels like a rare, maybe, right?
They could have made it 4 mana. They could have made it 3 mana.
If it was 4 mana, I think it would be good. If it was 4
5
mana,
just feels too slow. I mean, I think it's.
And I think the anthem part just feels like unnecessary.
Like, the thing is that I feel like
they could have added something different.
in Commander as well, you've got what is that mechanic? The Monarch is vastly better.
Yes, so
I mean, you
yes,
get so many
exactly.
things.
This
You
is
just can
kind
be
of
like,
like
I'm
a
a
weird.
Monarch. I draw a card at the end of my turn, and if
Yeah,
I am the Monarch in my upkeep, I do awesome stuff.
I think that is
This
better.
is just
Yeah.
a waste. This is just a waste. Yeah.
I mean, the Monarch is better as a.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, cool. I'm reading this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Orcrist, Goblin Cleaver, 3 generic artifact, legendary equipment. It's mythic. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has trample. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, choose a creature type, create a treasure token for each creature you control of that type, and it's equipped 3. I mean, if you play the tribe, I guess it could be good if you want to make a lot of treasures. And it's not tapped. So they enter untapped.
Yeah.
So I think it could be good.
This is probably just a limited and a commander card.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
don't
do
think
some funky
anybody will
tribal
play
thing. You're gonna hit
equipment.
one of your opponents who is got 0 creatures on board. Everyone else is gonna be upset that you don't have creatures and you just literally ramping this guy permanently. And in
What do you
limited,
mean? What do you mean?
So in Commander, you've got 3 players. Usually there's one guy who's just the meat shield, and everyone attacks him to get their random triggers off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh,
You're going to play this, and you're going to attack that guy and be like, hey, unfortunately, you have to take this.
Okay.
I think it'll be fun in Magda, just because you're attacking with a
dwarves,
dwarf,
yeah.
and
Dwarf
you hit
tribal.
the person, and then you get... For each dwarf that's getting tapped, you get treasures, and then for each dwarf you control, you get treasures, and then you just start stacking your treasures, and you just combo off.
I wouldn't play this in an equipment deck, right? I feel
no,
like
it's just a tribal thing.
It has to be go wide, so it would be good in any go wide style creature deck, tribal deck.
Probably elves, dwarves, goblins.
Yeah.
Whatever goes.
Treasures matter.
Soldiers as well, humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, any form of weird tribal thing that you're doing that's very go wide, very fast can be able to play this, get it out, just smash.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Especially if it's red, where it's like when you attack, equip anything to this, anything, so you don't even have to pay the equip costs. In soldiers and white, there's a lot of equip things for 0, and so yeah.
I'm trying to think if you need to be like a treasure focused deck, or just literally just throw it in any, as long as it's a tribal go wide,
and go absolutely wild. Yeah, it can just slot in any tribal deck.
Yeah,
it's like it's going to help you ramp, and it's going to give you a creature +2/+2 and trample. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yep, I think it's doable.
And it kind of pays, like, if you proc it once and you get, like, let's say just 3 treasures or 5 treasures or whatever, it kind of pays for itself with getting the mana.
Yep.
So I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like breaking standard, but in limited and tribal commander decks, you'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be pretty decent.
Yeah. I think that's the last mythic. I've got other ones. I don't know if you want to just quickly go through it's like the weird Battle of 5 army ones, or if you want to call it there. Do you want to look at them? I don't know. We've been recording for an hour and a half almost now.
Yeah, maybe stop it and make it something on its own.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, I guess we're done then. Awesome. I mean, the mythic seems decent except for like 2 of them, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like majority of the stuff is still focused more on commander.
It's more
and
commander,
limited play.
I think.
And then yeah, you have like one or two like standard style things that can probably just slot in and do decent.
I mean, the golem is probably the best, I think, standard card from these ones at least.
Yeah, I also think the golem is the best, and then the other one is most likely the Bilbo. You might also see him
I
pop
think
up
the
here and there.
Bilbo, what was the name? The Gandalf, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah, I think those three could be quite.
This thing
quite
inside
decent.
information, I think, would be good as a control type card.
Yeah, that's so risky,
that seems
man.
garbage.
Yeah.
Bjorn just seems good. This seems commander.
Yeah, I think like
garbage.
80% of the stuff is
Commander.
just commander from the mythics, and then
this could be good in standard if there is a go wide tribal deck that also
I just think there's just way too many board wipes. Like you're gonna try and play your stuff, and you're just gonna be like, "Whoops!" Well, I guess everything is dead. And I mean, this creature has to deal damage, so they just remove it, and then you sit with nothing.
Yeah, it's combat damage.
It's just I don't think equipments
doesn't give ward
I can't
either.
see that equipments will be insanely strong anytime soon, unless like everything has X proof or whatever. Then maybe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna stop it there.
Sweet.
That was yeah, seems decent.
Yep, pretty much.
Cool, sure.
Cool.
And,
thank you.
Cheers.
Bye bye.